I'm Adam Connell. I'm the project officer for the Water Quality Pixel project. Our project monitors water quality on 60 growers' farms in the Burdekin. It's a grower-driven project. They do all the monitoring themselves and we just coordinate the project for them. So basically the project involves growers monitoring the water quality entering their farm and leaving their farm in the irrigation to reduce nutrient levels leaving farms. We want to improve the water quality entering the local creeks, rivers and waterways, and ultimately the Great Barrier Reef. Growers get a lot of benefit out of it because it reduces the amount of fertiliser they lose off their paddocks, and they can monitor that, so it empowers the grower to be able to monitor what's going off their paddocks. We provide this test kit to the growers. The test kit contains nitrate and phosphate strips for testing water on the farm straight away. Here we have the nitrate test strips that the growers use. Basically there's one test strip in a packet, they rip it open, take the test strip out, dip it in their water, and the test strip changes colour, and then they just look at this colour chart here and get their reading for their nitrate level. The phosphate strips, the grower fills up that vial with some water up to the line, and then they dip their strip in, the water changes colour, and then they match the colour to a colour chart. That gives them an idea of their dissolved phosphate levels. The grower's also given this field guide. It's developed by cane growers and SRDC. Gives them a lot of information about monitoring water quality on their farm, and it just goes through step-by-step instructions on how to monitor water quality, and it's got a guide for what sort of levels they should be looking at coming off their farm in the runoff water. Not an accurate reading, but it gives them an indication of what's coming off their farm, and then the lab test will verify that level for them. The growers are provided with these bottles so that they can take water samples off their farm. We then send those water samples to the Mafia lab and they're analysed for nitrate and phosphate levels. It gives the grower an accurate reading of their nitrate and phosphate levels, and we then feed that back to the grower as soon as possible so they can get an idea of what's coming off their farm. We also have a turbidity tube for growers that want to use those. That tells them how much sediment's going off their farm. Growers can also monitor the salinity in their groundwater with this electrical conductivity meter. All they do there is turn it on, dip it in their water, and it gives them a reading of how much salt's in their water. We also give the growers a field record sheet. It's on waterproof paper so they can get it wet and record all their results on there. They usually have 2 or 3 sites from each farm that they monitor, and they put all their information on this sheet, which then we take back to the office and coordinate all that, match it up with their lab results. Also on the back of this sheet, the growers can record their fertiliser practices. We match that up to their water quality results, and we use that to identify any issues that are happening on the farm.